Yo, what do they call me? They call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, they call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I look good on camera. You know I look good on camera. Yo, what's up? It's your homie, Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from where? The August Wilson Center. And today is a personal favorite of mine, this interview that I've been waiting for such a long time. We are at the Hooks and Phonics Festival at the August Wilson Center, day 2, celebrating emerging MCs. And right here I have a veteran MC who is one of the dopest that I've ever heard, regardless of any kind of demographic you want to say. I don't care if it's male, female, old school, new school, boom, bap, trap. This one right here is one of the ones coming all the way live from North Carolina. Please put your hands together for the one, the only, Rapsody.
Yay, the crowd goes wild. I knew you was going to cut up.
Yeah. Well, you know.
What's up, Devin?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes. Do I need to lean in?
No, well, yeah, you can.
Okay.
So here's the thing. So I love your performance tonight. I feel like you killed it, as normal. But I have a bone to pick with you. So when you called the man up from the audience to join you on stage to do that one song,
Yeah.
I also raised my hand, but I was not called on.
He yelled.
He yelled?
He really wanted to be up there. I don't know if you wanted to be up there as
I
bad.
really did want to be up there.
You should have came and got your spot, Devin.
Well, see, you know, there's security and everything. I don't want to be I don't want to get Dave Chappelle when dude ran on stage.
This is even better because after the show is the after party.
Right. After the party, it's the hotel lobby. And
No, wait, you took it too far.
Oh, my bad. All right. So anyway, I am so happy to meet you. I have to say, before I even ask you a question, that one of my favorite Rapsody moments is when I'm listening to All Good off the Jamless CD, and I see that Rapsody's about to come on, but then when you say, "Welcome to Earth," it's just like, who starts the verse like that? Like, I put pills in your applesauce. like when you did that, that just got me. Why did you say that?
I don't know. I don't know where I was when I wrote that. It was so long ago. Welcome to Earth.
It was so dope though.
I guess I was when they say the best rappers, they be like, if aliens come and take over Earth, what rapper you want to save you? So I'm telling the aliens, welcome to Earth. I'm the best. You see how I did that?
I see how you
I'm
did
just
that.
playing.
You smooth. All right. I see you play. This ain't your first rodeo. Well, first of all, I want to welcome you to Pittsburgh, and I want to ask you, what are your first impressions of this city?
It's been a while since I've been here, right? My first impression, because when I've come before, I'm in and out.
Right.
And I was supposed to get here yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but the weather was not welcoming to me. So I really didn't get to feel the city. But just from being here, I got a chance to meet a lot of people from Pittsburgh tonight. It's a lot of love here. That's what I know. And a lot of people love music and the culture. That's what I received tonight. But I really got to come. I got to taste the food.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that's when you really know, okay, this is like a second, third, fourth home for
You
me.
feel me?
Right,
You feel me?
right. All right.
Yeah, I want to know all the hole-in-the-wall spots where people hang at.
Right, not the chains.
I want to insert myself in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But from meeting people, it's a lot of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that your records, they slap when I'm just listening to them in my car, but when you perform them, they really come to life.
Thank you. Wait till I have the band.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, you know, speaking of the band, because I'm really excited about this Jay Dilla tribute tomorrow with the 20-piece orchestra from Detroit. I heard them rehearsing. They did Selfish.
Yeah.
And
I saw a little bit of that, too.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
I definitely see that for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak it. Yes.
So I want to talk about a record that you dropped recently, late last year, Asteroids with Hit Boy.
Yes.
So I want to know, what was your creative process to write that song like?
That was one of the last ones we did for the album. And it was one, I went to see DJ Premier early in making the album, and I played him like one of the 1,000 versions of the album I did, and he was like, yo, these songs are great, but rap, you cannot not have a spitting joint. Like, you need like 2 or 3 of those, because I was in my healing phase deep.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, you right. So once I got all my emotion out, it was time to go give them what you know me for. I had to
Yeah.
sprinkle that in. And that was one of the last ones we did. Um, it was, I, s- the creative process for that one, I started first name Marlena, last name Evans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went to see, after premiere, I went to see No ID.
Okay.
And we were talking about the album, and he was like, yo, everybody knows you can rap, or you can do that in your sleep, but we don't know too much about you other than that. He said, I can't name 5 things I really know about you. And he was like Eminem, we know he hates his mother, he loves his daughter, his
Right.
what girlfriend Kim. Um, we know he goes by Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, and that light bulb. I was like, okay, so we gonna start it off. Let me introduce myself if people don't know me other than how I rap. Let me at least tell you my name first and foremost and really introduce myself. So that was where I was. It was like, let me introduce Marlena, the human who's imperfect, who can spit well, but who goes through things, feels things, and I'm gonna let you know everything I feel. And
Yeah.
that's just what it was. But I gotta do it with these bars too, cause I gotta with DJ Premier, I gotta check that off the list
Right.
too. So
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
He's not going to let you slide. So,
absolutely not. So yeah, Hit Boy, Terrace went with me when I went to see Hit Boy, and we were
yeah.
very intentional about like what we wanted, and
Yeah.
he gave it to us automatic.
One, well, I appreciate that. And one of the things that I remember from the song is I remember there's one line where you use the word pick me. And I think about how your music, in my opinion, tends to obviously you're proud of your black sisters and women in general that love your music, that love hip hop, but also you're very balance with I'm also going to send a message to the men as well. That's why I appreciate Afeni so much because it reminds me of Lauryn Hill when she would do doo-wop, that thing, and she's going to talk to both audiences. But getting back to the part about pick me, which is a term I've seen on Black Twitter, I've seen that applied to different people, and I just want your thoughts on why you said that in that record.
Because people have been sisters, more particularly, have labeled me that on Twitter, right? And I never put energy into things that I brushed that off. But it was like, okay, if you want to see the human part of me, let me tell you how that feels. And it was right around when Eve came out, and they were there. Somebody wrote an article for OK Player about Eve, and again they use that word as pick me, and I still to this day don't understand how you even got there, right? For me as a black woman and all the messages that I sent, I did a whole album dedicated to
To
black
black
women
women.
and my sisters, and of all the albums you picked that one to label me and pick me. So for me, I always try to vibrate high, and so it's like, all right, well, what is the disconnect? If that's what you feel, what is the disconnect that you have with me, where you're not understanding the message, when you're not able to, translate what I'm trying to say, where you interpret it as being a pick me versus me just being an artist speaking for all things that I experience, conversations that I have with my brothers and my sisters. I'm a reflection of everybody I come in contact with.
Yeah.
So that's why, I had to bring that. I wanted to address it because it's a conversational piece. And two, thinking about just women in hip hop. I feel like if for the mainstream, if that's where you are, if that's the only place you consume music, there's really one image most of the time, one story being told, one topic of conversation, or maybe two or three, but they all are in the same. Everybody looks the same, everybody dances the same.
Yeah.
And it seems like anybody that deviates from that is labeled a pick me or a hotep.
Right.
And for me, it's like, yo, how did we get here where we forgot that we are a spectrum? We're not monolith.
Right.
You can twerk in the mirror, but you can also love your history and who you are. You can also be righteous. You can also be ratchet. You can also be these
Yeah.
things. So why do you shun these things? Who taught you to hate that part of yourself? And that's just, I'm just planting seeds because I love to have the conversation, and just that's how you get the truth of things.
And I appreciate that because I think the interesting thing about people that try to label you that is that whenever people try to bait you into disrespecting other female rappers that are more sexually explicit and they're more just the way they dress and the way they present themselves is different than the way you present yourselves. You never fall for the bait. You always say, I love Cardi, I love Lauren, I love Nicki, I love Meg, I love all these people, because I feel like, in my opinion, it seems like you understand that there's room enough for everyone. So how can someone that loves, that honors the male rappers that inspired you, but also supports the up and coming female rappers or the rappers from the past, like Queen Latifah, when I listen to that one, for example, or listen to Cleo, or I think Dallas Circulate, like whatever, like all these people that I don't think everybody knows these rappers, and you're always supporting them. So I don't know how they call you that either. All right, but my bad. All right. Back to the interview. I just have my personal thing.
I appreciate just bringing the conversation. I don't know either. I'm trying to understand though. I ain't even mad about it. For me, it's just talk to me. How do we get here?
Right.
So we can center ourselves again.
And
you know.
And next thing, when this next album that you have coming up does extremely well, like astronomical numbers, then they're gonna say you part of the Illuminati. So you just gotta know that as no matter how high you go, they're gonna say something about you.
Exactly. I guess you ain't doing nothing right if they ain't talking greasy.
Right. Speaking of this forthcoming album, your fans are very, very aggressive and wanting to know when it's coming out. When can we expect it? So can you give us any updates about that album?
I can't give you no updates.
It's cool.
Coming this year.
It's
coming this year, this quarter. I could tell you that.
Okay.
I would hate to tell you a date and that date not be real, because a part of, putting out an album, for me anyway, I have to go through sample clearances. And it's a whole process. Somebody actually, which is dope, that I get to connect with my fans on channels, and I was telling them I got one more sample to clear. They was like, can you tell me the process, because I don't really understand it. And so I'm like, well, the process is, if you sample a record, right, you have to sample the publishing and the master side. Mm-hmm. The masters is the musical portion that you sample. The publishing is the writers. If you sample somebody's voice and words in a song, they're writers. Sometimes there's one writer. Sometimes that writer is not the artist that's singing it. Sometimes there's 5 artists and so forth. So, I was like, well, on my particular case, the music is cleared. One of the writers, there's 2 writers, one passed away. And so his estate denied it. So we have to go through the process of finding them and having a conversation on how we can work it out. So, it's a process. That's the only holdup, though. But the album has been done since August. I started working on it in 2020. Around March, right after my tour, right at the beginning of the pandemic. And I started working on 3 albums at one time. Like, I just had so much to say. And there was so many layers of me that I wanted to share, right? And I didn't know what I wanted to share first, because I'm not just one thing. But the most personal side I thought was the best introduction. And it took me 4 years to get everything out that I wanted to say. 360 plus songs. I had a lot to say, but we here. So
absolutely. Well, we will accept that the album will be coming out this quarter, and we will
I will accept.
We will accept that answer as valid, and what we will try to do is continue to predict after the next single comes out. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be this week or that week, but it's all good. We looking forward to it.
I will promise before I drop another single, I'll give a date.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like that was an exclusive for the Devin Zoolander show. So
I gave
really
you one.
I appreciate that. Thank you. What I want to ask you is, what is the responsibility of hip hop music to Black culture, Black history, Black people? What responsibility do you feel as an artist to the Black community whenever you make your art?
I always sum it up as, I want to be a compass. A compass or a lighthouse for creatives or our people in general, just to always find themselves. I felt like that was always what the culture was, and what it represented was to be authentic, to be yourself, to love yourself, to to know that your light was enough, right? However that was, however you wanted to be, whatever you wanted to say, however you wanted to dress, however you wanted to dance, there was space and enough for it all. And I think that's what makes the culture so dope, because we are so accepting of that. You might not see it on the business side of things, but the culture itself is beautiful, right? And that's how, you know, I feel like I just want to be a representation again to always show up as your authentic self, that you are enough, you know, and to never let nobody dim your light, right? To be as creative as you want, tell the stories that you want, how you want to tell them. Somebody just asked me, like, rap, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, it's already figured out. It was figured out when God made you. He made you specifically as your own individual self. Ain't nothing to figure out. All we have to do is do now. You have to do it consistently. Always do it at your best high level, you know? So.
And what is some advice that you can give to emerging MCs that look at you and they get inspired by you?
I mean, again, like.
Or was that? Oh, my bad. If you just okay, I might have had a thing where you already answered the question and I asked it again, so I apologize.
It's okay, because some great interviewers do that because they get new answers sometimes. So I see what you're doing.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah, I see
All right,
what you're
cool.
doing. I mean, outside of, you know, again, just trusting in yourself and being authentic, I always tell artists, you have to be consistent in what you do. Whatever you love, you wake up doing it, you go to sleep doing it. You got to brand yourself, network, you know, again, and understand it's a long game. But before you do anything, you got to know who you are and what you're in it for and what you're trying to do. When you answer those questions, you'll know the path that you need to take. So.
Okay, cool. Well, let me say I appreciate that answer, and also I am enjoying your fit so much. Like I think
Thank
that you're
Likewise.
welcome. Oh, thank you. You know,
You dripping.
it's a little something I put together because I knew that you were coming.
Right.
And I wanted to be like, I see your style and I raise you my own. So that's what I was hoping
We out
to
of
do.
eye. I see you, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You sat down. I was like, okay.
Yeah, good,
Okay.
good. Likewise,
He there.
game recognized game. I see you.
Yeah. Respect.
That is you. You know, I had to look underneath the brim. It's like you are real. Like I like this. So I see you got Wheezy on your shirt right there.
Absolutely.
Why'd you decide to rock that shirt tonight?
Oh man, he's one of my favorite artists. I talk about Jay a lot in interviews. I talk about Lauren. I don't speak about how much Wheezy has influenced me. I've been listening to Wheezy since I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Religiously.
Okay.
Like Hot Boys.
Oh, all right.
No shirt on. Bling bling.
Yeah.
Everything. Every Carter album.
All right. I'm just doing what you're doing.
Yo. So, I don't know. I was on Instagram and they was selling me stuff, and I saw this T-shirt. I was like, I gotta have it, and it got the colors. You know, I'm on my red and yellow, so it had a little bit of that.
I see the whole thing.
Yeah, I was gonna wear a different coat, but it was a little colder than I thought, so I put this one on.
That was a good choice right there. It's going.
Yeah, this is my '90s John.
Yeah. Only thing is though is I don't know if you don't got like the lining on the inside, so I hope that you're gonna be warm going to your.
No, don't trip. It's thick, bro.
Okay, my bad.
It costs a lot of money, bro. It's protecting me.
All right. Well, I'm really enjoying my time sitting with you, but I know that
They cutting you short.
Yeah, and it's okay because I
one more. Anything.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
All right.
Let's go. Question for answer.
When can we expect you to work with Common again?
To be determined.
Okay. Are you really single?
Yes, 4 years.
4 years.
Absolutely.
So it's just not on stage.
It's not on stage. That's
It's real.
I don't lie.
My bad. I would never.
I'm a real one.
You a real one.
I thought you knew that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did know that. I apologize. Let me get myself together. All right. Well, you know what? I can't really think of any more questions. I just want to say that it is an honor to sit with you. It's a dream come true. Like as a fan, I love you so much, and I want you to keep on doing what you're doing because I'm a guy that might not be able to relate to everything you say, but I relate to a lot of what you say because I know it comes from an honest place.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure sitting down with you too.
Thank you. Oh, my bad. I ain't know. Okay, all right. I ain't know what the dap was going to be. So anyway, this has been another interview with your homie, Devin Zoolander. And remember, stay moisturized and mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
All right.
Peace. Did we, over there with behind the scenes, did we get a couple pictures? Shout out to the artist, Tim Okamura.
For the Onna-Bugeisha expedition.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Get up, yeah, exactly.
Onna-Bugeisha, I got it. Onna-Bugeisha.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was funny when it was me. All right, it was funny when it was me.
I wasn't laughing at you. Let's
Oh,
go.
right.
Onna-Bugeisha, I'm trying to help you.
My
Let's
bad.
go.
Welcome to Earth. All right,
got it.
we cool.
Onna-Bugeisha.
Right,
Come
cool.
on, let's
I'm
go.
glad we got the dap right. All right, cool. Shout out to the artist, Tim Okamura.
For the Onna-Bugeisha exhibition, this is the Freedom Fighter piece.
Peace.
Tag team, back again.
Yo, yeah. Whatever. Yo, you are amazing. You are amazing.
You're a great interviewer.
Yes,
I could talk to
thank
you
you.
all night.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We're going to have to do a bloopers.
Yeah.
All right.